Hey there, my name is Sage and you are watching D&D Daily. Today I'm going to be doing a blind stat block reading that comes from Critical Role's Call of the Netherdeep, the Gloomstalker. A Gloomstalker is a winged predator resembling a wyvern composed of twisting shadows with glowing eyes and dagger-like teeth. Hailing from the cursed lands of the Shadowfell, these nightmarish creatures hunt the barrens of that desolate plain, freezing prey in their tracks with their woeful shrieks before pulling them into the sky with their talons to be ripped apart and devoured. A Gloomstalker's proclivity for darkness makes it extremely dangerous at night or in heavily shaded places where it can blend in with the shadowed surroundings. Much more dangerous than the lone hunter is a pack of Gloomstalkers. Small packs of 3 to 6 are common. Gloomstalkers were employed by arcanists and followers of the betrayer gods as mounts in the ancient battles of the Calamity. A respectable number of Gloomstalkers, now free of their burden, still occupy hidden lairs scattered across the wastes of Xhorhas. The Gloomstalker is a large monstrosity, typically neutral evil. Has an armor class of 15 and 90 hit points, with a movement speed of 40 feet and a flying speed of 80 feet. Has +6 to strength, +3 to dex, +2 to con, -3 to intelligence, +3 to wisdom, and +2 to charisma. It has proficiency in strength and dexterity saving throws, as well as the athletics, intimidation, perception, and stealth skills. It is vulnerable to radiant damage, has dark vision out to 240 feet, and a passive perception of 16. It understands common but cannot speak. It is a challenge rating 6 with a proficiency bonus of +3. It has sunlight sensitivity. While in sunlight, the Gloomstalker has disadvantage on attack rolls, as well as wisdom perception checks that rely on sight. Moving into the actions, it has a multi-attack. The Gloomstalker makes 1 bite attack and 1 claw attack. The bite attack is a melee weapon attack with +9 to hit, a reach of 5 feet. It hits one creature and on average does 15 points of piercing damage +7 necrotic damage. The claw is a melee weapon attack with +9 to hit, it has a reach of 5 feet, it hits one target and on hit does an average of 13 slashing damage +7 necrotic damage. It also comes with Snatch, which is a melee weapon attack with +9 to hit, a reach of 5 feet. It hits one medium or smaller creature. On hit, it does an average of 13 slashing damage +7 necrotic damage, and the target is grappled, with an escape DC of 17, and while it is grappled in this way, it is also restrained. And its final action is Shriek, which recharges on a 6. The Gloomstalker emits a terrible shriek. Each enemy within 60 feet of the Gloomstalker that can hear it must succeed on a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or be paralyzed until the end of the enemy's next turn. And we also come with a bonus action, Shadow Step. The Gloomstalker teleports up to 40 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. Okay, so the Gloomstalker is no joke, and the fact that they usually attack in packs is even scarier. This is a very dangerous enemy. Now, their tactics are fairly clear. They are going to attack in the dark. They have excellent dark vision at 240 feet, so they're going to outvision most people that can still see in the dark. Besides Twilight Clerics, because they're broken. But all other characters are not going to be able to see the Gloomstalkers until they've already been targeted by them. The Shadowstalker's movement is also excellent with a 40-foot bonus action teleport and 80-foot flying speed, so they can move 120 feet. Most creatures can only see in 120-foot dark vision, so I imagine that the Shadowstalker gets within 120 feet and then bursts its speed right to them before they can even be seen. So it's basically like they don't exist, and now all of a sudden they're on top of you. Again, the only real player character counter to this is the Twilight Domain Cleric with its 300-foot dark vision. Now, once it makes its approach, it depends on how many there are. I imagine if there's one, you're going to start with a Shriek, and then you're probably going to want to get away. So that one would probably do less of a burst speed and more like a half burst speed, get in there, shriek, and then get some distance. But if there's a whole pack of them, one of them is going to shriek and the rest are going to go for the snatch. You're going to have a bunch swing by and pick up party members and separate them so they can't work together, and that you can get these individual hunts going. The multi-attack is good with the bite and the claw. It does a solid amount of damage, but it's just not as powerful as the shriek or the snatch. Those are just really, really powerful. Now, damage-wise, the multi-attack is going to do more, but not as far as controlling the enemies and hunting them, which I think is the Gloomstalker's main priority, is getting the hunt going. And I think Snatch and Shriek are really the standouts there. Definitely a deadly encounter if you bring 3 to 6 of these bad boys, but the ambush tactics here are clear. It doesn't matter how many there are. This is going to be a night ambush encounter. That's fairly straightforward every time. That is going to be a Gloomstalker encounter. Maybe the Underdark, it could do a Gloomstalker encounter there, but you're not going to be seeing one of these suckers a day, I can tell you that much. And that is my take on the Gloomstalker. This is a whole series, so if you're interested in other stat blocks from Critical Role's The Call of the Netherdeep, check out the playlist. We have a whole bunch, and if you're interested in stat blocks in general, we have a whole other series out there for you, so check them out. Alright, thanks for watching.